Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name's Chris and this is Restoration Rescue. So last week we came in and we did a lot of work. We did the doors, we got the doors on, then we tried to drive and we had some issues. So we did do some research, we did find some issues. I had an oil leak which was coming from the valve cover, which I fixed off camera. And then obviously we had the shifting issue and a knock. So the knocking that we saw, that we think we heard, was from the drive shaft, so we fixed that. Just tried to go out and just test it for a second, and nope, we still have a knock. So got it back in, and I looked at the rim on this side, and it didn't look right. Something was wrong. So I've got it in, and we put it up on a jack and jack stands, and moved that wheel, and it's got a lot of play. So we found the issue. Your rotor isn't supposed to move like that, because all the bearings are now shot inside this brake. So you gotta take it off. It also exploded the back piece of the caliper and it tore up the pads and everything. So I gotta remove this. Hopefully it didn't destroy the spindle. Otherwise we're ordering another spindle. So I'm gonna go ahead real quick, take this apart and we'll see the damage. So this bearing is not good. So I just got to get this bearing off here. And then we're good. As long as it didn't damage the spindle. Now the spindle looks okay. Otherwise, everything looks good. The threads are good. Everything's in here, but this brake is shot. As you can see there, this is missing. So this broke, and that is our issue. So that is why we were having all of that noise, because this whole thing here was knocking against itself. So we have ordered new parts. All of this should come with this right here. So I'm not too worried about that. So we'll have all the parts here. Need to get this bearing, the rest of what's left there, off. And then rebuild it when it comes in. Otherwise, this looks okay. Everything is smooth here. Obviously, we have this, and we'll get that off and go from there. All right, well, that's not a great thing to happen. That's on me. I didn't grease up a lot of stuff, and I took it for a drive, so I blew that up. We're gonna take the other part aside and do the same, get it greased up, and we have another set of parts coming, so we'll have new brakes coming soon. They come with new calipers. I'm going to use the old calipers. I'm going to need to change them out, especially since those are already bled, and we had all those problems with bleeding. But now what we're going to do, instead of going out and painting because it's already noon, is we are going to start installing our wipers. So we have everything here to have our wipers. That nut came in, it fits perfectly. So I will be able to have the wipers in the motor and everything set up. So that will do real quick. So we're going to hop in the cab first, and we are going to install the motor. Now the motor is already plugged in. We just need to put it into space. So I know we said we were going to do the motor first, but actually I want to get this panel off, because we have to get this panel off so we can get the linkage in and get everything situated. So it's just a couple screws. Just need to back them out. We're going to open the hood a little bit, get them out, get that out of the way, and put this motor in, and then we're going to put our linkage in. And then once the linkage is in, we're going to have nice brand new wipers. So now it's time to put in the motor. We've gotten the other piece out, and now we are going to put in the motor. So we have bolts, and we just need to put it in. Now, we have already wired this up and made sure it worked, so that is a good sign. So here is the motor is here right here. Now this is the nut that we got. It works, everything is right. So we're going to take that off because I don't want to have that in the way. And now we just need to put the wiper motor in its correct position. So now that is the part that I'm not 100% sure I remember. I believe we are going to put it in like that. I just gotta find where the hole is. There we go. I think that's the way it needs to go. And we just gotta bolt it in, which we'll go ahead and do right now. All right, so now we have everything in motor-wise, and now it's time to set up our linkage. Now we did get our linkage off of the LMC. It looks really nice. It is black. It's right here. So it's all coated and everything. It looks nice. So now it's all about getting it where it needs to be. So it doesn't really come with a diagram of what it needs to do. So we're gonna go get that side in all the way down, get that side in. Now pull it and kind of flip it. So it needs to be this way. And now it's kind of where it's supposed to be. And now we just got to get these pieces up, lined up into there and screwed in. Well, that one's backwards. All right. And it has a little line, so that one is pretty much set where it needs to go, and then it just gets bolted in. All right, so that paint came out great. At least something went right this weekend, as well as the wipers. So we got a lot of work done today. It may not seem like we did a lot, but we are. So I finally got that race off on the one side. I have new parts coming, new brakes. So that'll be here hopefully in a week or two, and we'll be able to get back to driving. So I believe that is going to be the source of our issue. And I think an oil leak has caused some issues with the transmission. Is the transmission, when it's up, I can shift it all the way. I do have some weird things there, but that also could be related to the wheel. So I do need to take the other wheel off because I was under the impression that it came greased. I was wrong. So I did sand back a little bit on that spindle with a very light sandpaper just to make it smooth again. It did burn a little bit on that inner race. So the inner race is off though. It took a lot of pressure and a lot of work to get that bearing off, but it is off, thankfully. So I have to do the other side. The rest of the truck is coming along. The interior looks great. I do have to put the door handles on the passenger side, but that's a 2-minute job, which I've just been kind of lazy. I've had a lot going on in the past couple weeks, so I've been trying to get a lot of work done, especially while hockey was at a break. Now hockey is coming back, so I don't have as much time, but this will get wrapped up soon. The steps, as you can see right here, they're completely done. Cleared everything. These panels, I got one in there that I just need to flip over and finish, which is this panel right all the way over here. That one's ready. The front part of the tailgate is ready, or front part of the bed is ready. So then we have to get some other things taken care of before the bed can go together. I have to wrap up some wiring, just wire it all and cover it, get some wire loom so I don't scuff any wires, cut any wires, so we keep those beautiful brake lights. But this truck is really coming along. I can't wait until these new spindles or the new brakes get here so that I can do that. The website says a couple weeks. It is the same company. That's not really their fault. It's my fault. I should have went and checked that they were pre-greased. Again, that's my fault. It's okay. They're coming apart this time, so I have plenty of time to grease and lube and everything for both sides. The other side, I'm going to replace everything anyway and use new stuff just in case something happened and they may spin. Like I said, I didn't know it was dry, but this time it won't be. So everything will be greased, everything will be lubed, everything will be ready to go. And I hope that gets rid of our issue. Because it does, I guess, feel like we were running around with an emergency brake. So, I mean, that definitely can cause a lot of issues. Now, the shifting issue, maybe not so much, but we'll have to wait and see. Once that's together, maybe it was an issue with a little bit of an oil leak and it's having issues with the clutch because the oil did come from the back of the valve cover when I took it off when I ran out of gas. So we don't have that much left to do on this truck. We have a lot of painting left to do. We have the fenders to get done. That's easy. On the inside, I'm probably not going to paint it. On the inside, I'm probably going to go and do what we did on the undercab. So undercoat it underneath the fenders, and then we just have to start putting stuff together. This is getting really fun because we are almost there. We have 2 months away from we are 2.5 months away, I'm sorry, from our 4-year anniversary of this channel pretty much getting full time. So did want to say we finally hit 3,000 subscribers, which is amazing. We are pumped. Now we're aiming for 4, 5, and hopefully a lot more to come. But that is going to be a wrap for this week's video. We have done quite a bit. We have the wipers that were installed. We took apart that one wheel, found out our issue, so that's good. We have painted a lot. The paint booth is still standing and still doing fine. There are some holes in the roof now, but that's because of me with the doors. And that back panel kind of got tore. The air inlet kind of got messed up. That's why it doesn't stand as tall as it used to, but is what it is. It still works, and it works great. We love it. And it's not that expensive. $800 for a fully paint booth that you can use and close and do whatever you need. But that's going to be a wrap for today's video. We'll see you guys next Saturday. We continue working on the truck and hopefully getting a lot more accomplished with paint and maybe finding a radio. So we'll see you guys next week when we continue working on the truck.